The edge of Gagarin Station groaned under her boots as Astra Kade clipped her tether into the external rail. The metal vibrated faintly beneath her, a cold buzz she felt even through the layers of her suit. Space was silent, sure, but machinery never was. Not out here. Not this old. She leaned forward, helmet visor brushing the frost-rimmed panel she'd been sent to fix. A thin crack spidered across it, catching the reflected light of Earth rising behind her. The crack hadn't been in the maintenance report. Then again, nothing about this station ever matched the paperwork. "Control, EVA-1 at panel 19A, she said, voice steady though her breath fogged the inside of her visor. "Your diagnostics don't match surface reality. I'm seeing structural compromise." A burst of static answered her. Gagarin's comms always stuttered when the solar wind shifted. After a moment, a man's voice finally broke through. "Astra, it's probably cosmetic. Just swap the conductor strip and come back in. Shuttle's leaving in 20. "Yeah, well, probably cosmetic is how we lost Section F last year," she muttered. But she didn't key the transmitter for that part. They didn't pay her enough for sarcasm. She unlatched the old conductor strip, its metal flaking like old paint, and slid it into her tool pouch. The new strip from her kit gleamed with the kind of optimism only fresh parts had. As she angled it into place, she caught the faintest shimmer in the corner of her eye. Not a star. It moved wrong. Too smooth. Like something sliding behind a curtain. She blinked and turned her head. Nothing. Empty dark. Just the Earth's curve glowing blue and white, and the usual scatter of satellites crawling along predictable tracks. Probably a reflection, she told herself. Probably. A slight tremor ran through the hull under her boots. She pressed her gauntlet flat to the metal. The vibration deepened, a low rhythmic pulse like distant breathing. "Control, did you just fire up auxiliary power?" "No." "Why?" A soft metallic crack popped beneath her palm. Her stomach tightened. "Because the panel I'm standing on just disagreed with physics." She crouched lower, running the scanning wand over the crack. The readout flickered red with stress warnings that should have triggered internal alarms hours ago. Someone had either missed this or ignored it. Astra hissed between her teeth. "Of course you're worse than the report said." She unhooked her magnetic clamp, adjusting her weight so she didn't put pressure on the compromised seam. The stars reflected in the crack like an eye opening wider. She eased the new conductor strip into position and reached for her welder. Something shifted beneath the surface. A groan rose through the hull, long and deep, like metal, remembering it was tired. She froze. "Hull integrity at 19A is dropping," she warned. "Like, rapidly. Can you stabilize it?" Control sounded more annoyed than alarmed, as if she were delaying the shuttle schedule on purpose. "If I reinforce the interior grid, but I need authority to override panel lockout." "Override denied. Just finish the strip install." A belated shudder rolled under her boots, tilting her slightly sideways along the curved exterior. Her tether went taut with a harsh snap that jolted her spine. Astra swore. "Control! If I follow your plan, this panel will peel off like a bad scab. I'm not dying to make the schedule look good." She didn't wait for them to argue. She braced her boots, twisted her torso, and drove the emergency stabilizer spike into the hull beside the crack. The metal screamed at the intrusion, but the spike held. Her visor HUD flashed yellow warnings. Pressure variation, temperature spike, microfracture expansion. The whole section was giving way. Astra leaned in to assess the damage, her helmet inches from the trembling metal, and the crack twitched again, widening with a slow, deliberate stretch that made her chest tighten. "Come on," she whispered. "Don't you dare." A low ripple moved through the hull like something sliding beneath her. She shifted her weight to get a better angle, her gloved fingers skimming along the seam. And that was when she saw it again. A faint shimmer drifted across the star field, not a reflection, not a satellite, a shape. Her hand paused mid-movement as that impossible glint slid behind a darker patch of sky. For a heartbeat she forgot the screaming hull beneath her feet. She leaned toward it, visor tilted, breath caught. The hull vibrated sharply beneath her touch, snapping her attention back as the metal under her palm flexed with a sickening outward bulge, as if something inside the panel was pushing to get out.